Welcome back to my channel, Every Bit of Bree. If you're new here, I'm Bree. I make trucking content, although that is not what my channel is entirely about. I do make trucking content, beauty and lifestyle. I'm glad to have you here, but today's content is about trucking. It's going to be about 10 random things that you would need on a truck that you wouldn't think that you need on a truck. So I've been on a truck a little bit over a year, so I know like those little random things that you wouldn't even think that you need, that you really actually do. And super truckers, I know y'all been doing this since y'all was in y'all mama womb, and I know that y'all have a whole different list of 10 items. And if you want to drop what you would suggest in the comments below, please go ahead, but keep it kind, because I'm really happen to block super truckers. So, but yeah, you will get blocked. So without further ado, I'm just gonna jump right into the video with number one. The first thing you're gonna need is paper towels. The first thing you're gonna need is paper towels. I played myself to the left thinking that I didn't need paper towels, and you do for cleaning, you do for checking your oil, and a bunch of other random things. You're gonna need paper towels. So the second thing that you're gonna need on your truck that you wouldn't think about is I would say battery power, electric battery power, either or, a heater or a fan. I would go as far as saying battery power, because there's been a number of times where my truck has just died and I didn't have the power to like power my fan or power my heater or anything. So I will go as far as saying battery powered. In the winter, I get it, like you can bundle up if you keep extra blankets or whatever, like do that, but definitely a battery powered fan. The third thing you're gonna need is a first aid kit or a medicine bag. Mine is kept here over my drive seat. It has everything that you could imagine. So you may think that you don't need it, or you'll just stop for what you need or take a couple things, but I actually got COVID on my truck before, and it was not fun at all. Luckily, I had my first aid kit and disinfectant spray, so you might want to keep that on hand as a bonus. The fourth thing you're gonna need on your truck is clear tape, just like regular clear tape. I prefer packing tape because packing tape is way stronger than duct tape in my opinion, and you may need this just to prevent from waiting on roadside assistance so much. Like if you picked up a trailer and the light is working, but the light is like falling out of the trailer, like some people, they'll just drive it down the road without even worrying about, you know, being pulled over or whatever. But I'm a little bit nervous, so I just go ahead and throw clear tape on it for that instance, and we're gone. Like, and another example, you have to have your DOT tape across the backs, and if that is like peeling off or anything, if you don't have extra on you, throw some clear tape on it, get down the road. You don't have to worry about the police or DOT stopping you for those little things. So the fifth thing that you'll want to keep on your truck is a flashlight. There's been times when I've had to hook up a trailer at 3 o'clock in the morning, and there's been times when my truck has completely died and I didn't have light and it was the middle of the night. So you might want to have a flashlight as well as extra batteries. The sixth thing that you want to have, which is probably the most important on the list, is you want to have an ample amount, plenty of water and canned food. Reason being is that if you're ever stranded, if you're ever waiting on roadside, which I've waited for roadside for almost a full day before. So like, you want to make sure that you can survive. So make sure you have enough food and enough water to last you a good week, just to be safe. The seventh thing that you want to have are your tools. You want to have tools. Like, I know a lot of people is like, that's not my problem, but It really is. Like, when you're on the side of the road, it is your problem. So I would go as far as to say, have extra tools, extra lights, light bulbs for your headlights, or extra fuses for the things that could possibly go out in your truck, because it's actually really easy to fix. And I would recommend going ahead and fix it if you can without waiting for roadside. The seventh thing is a portable battery charger. I have one. You want to have that for the same reasons that I just gave you. I think the whole thing is survival. So if your truck is broken down and you can't get help, or help can't get to you immediately, you want to be able to survive. So if your truck was to ever break down and you couldn't charge your phone or call for help, granted, you can use your tablet if you have one and try to reach out to dispatch that way. If it doesn't work, or it's dead, or they're not responding, then you want to be able to charge your phone. That way you can call somebody for help, or at least an Uber to the nearest hotel. The ninth thing on the list, I would say, is protection. Have you some protection? Now, because truck drivers are limited to some things that they are allowed to have on their truck, I would say the most compatible thing to have, where you're like in the clear completely, is probably your hammer, because it's a tool that you have to have on your truck. So I would sleep with that next to me, sleep with it in reach. Not that anybody has ever bothered me or attempted to get in my truck or anything like that, but I mean, you never know what could happen. So I would say to at least have your hammer. On my job, I have to cut zip ties often to get containers off, so I do have a knife. And yeah, just whatever you need to protect yourself, whatever it looks like to you, I say have it on the truck. But be careful about the laws, because I don't know exactly what that is. And the 10th thing, the most important thing I'm going to say, is to have an emergency toilet. For men, that looks like a bottle. You know what? Men are going to pee in the bottle even if it's not an emergency. I've seen men pull up to the truck stop, be like this close to the front door, and either get out and pee between their trailer and their tractor, or just bottle it. And then they're going to take that bottle and either throw it right outside of your truck, throw it right outside of their truck, throw it on the side of the highway, or pour it out and use it again, because that's just the reality of it. But I've digressed. You want to have an emergency toilet. For women, that looks like a lot of women use a 5-gallon bucket and kitty litter to create like a porta potty situation. And there are, I don't know what you call them, but there's these little devices that just cup up on your private areas. You go and it goes into a bag and you can seal it and throw that away. I don't know what that's called. I'll find it and put it in the video. But yeah, there's those. Those are the only two that I know of as far as having an emergency toilet on your truck. And I think that is about it. You know what? Bonus. One thing that might actually be like overall the most important thing to have on your truck is a jump kit. A jump kit can save you in so many different circumstances, but I guess it kind of depends. If you think it's worth buying, then yeah, like I would say, go ahead and get it. If you're a company driver, you're probably like, whatever, the company will come and handle it because it's their equipment. But I think a jump kit would be really, really smart to have on your truck. All right, so those are the 11 random things that I think that you should have on your truck for survival. Again, I am Bree. This has been Every Bit of Bree. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I appreciate it so much. I'm on my road to 1,000 subscribers, and I will see you in the next one.